We had our first real bit of a gray fall feeling day today, but then by the end of the day, the sun was back out.
And Eric, was this the first night where the sunset was before 7 o'clock?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep. And so it'll be until late March of next spring. But you know what? Things will come to spruce up the season, and we'll battle that loss of daylight in the days to come. And overall, I'd say a pretty good stretch ahead, even though we know things are changing. And certainly can feel it tonight. 60 in Boston right now, but once you get away from the coast and away from the immediate waterfront in terms of the city centers, we're talking about a night where we're already in the 40s in a few towns and about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than this time last evening. In fact, most of our daytime highs today were at 1 a.m. last night. 60 in Boston, but 52 Orange and Worcester and 48 in Taunton. Usually you get into some of those areas that are lower lying in around 495 corridor. You get your colder spots. The warm air that's across the central and eastern U.S. has been pushed away for a couple of days. But look at that, 11 o'clock. Still a lot of 80s on the board out there here in September. Our next weather maker will be this one. It's up into the Great Lakes, and it'll arrive here during the day on Saturday. Now, as for tomorrow, just really a sparkling fall day. It's cool and crisp in the morning. It really just stays comfortable all day long. Maybe a little cool for the time of year, 65 to 70, but not by too much. And with the blue sky overhead, just an ideal day to be outdoors. Going from about 64 in Boston. Once you get away from the water, in the upper 60s to near 70, your coolest conditions will be along the coast with an east-northeasterly breeze. It's Friday the 13th. We've got a full moon. If you're a dispatcher at a police department, you know what's heading your way. Now, moonrise is at 7:10, officially full during the overnight hours. It's a full moon at apogee, meaning it's farthest point in its orbit. You want a full moon that's at apogee on Friday the 13th. Won't happen again for 505 years. No, it's going to look like every other full moon, which is to say magnificent, but for the stats, an interesting one. Dry air tomorrow. As we head into Saturday, some humidity will start to creep back. Mostly muggy as we head towards Saturday night. This is where dew points will climb into the 60s yet again. As for our active weather, we should have sunshine early on Saturday morning, but some considerable cloudiness will develop during the day. I do think that any rain showers will likely wait until after sunset. So as we head into Saturday night and early Sunday morning, a band of showers will move across the area. Slow start toward the Cape and the islands, and then we'll clear out for a warm day. So temperatures in the 70s on Saturday, but generally a lot of clouds to deal with out there. And then on Sunday, we get into the sunshine, and with that, we should reach the low 80s in much of the area. If you're heading out to Fenway Park, Billy Joel playing a show on Saturday night. There is a chance for showers to move through during that concert. I'd probably plan on bringing some rain gear along with you. As for the tropics, we are watching this area of disturbed weather. It is not yet a tropical depression. However, the Hurricane Center a couple of years ago changed things so they can issue a potential tropical cyclone. And so they still issue warnings and cones of concern for those systems. So here's what we have tonight. Tropical storm warnings are out in the northwestern Bahamas, including the ones hit so hard by Dorian, and tropical storm watches are up for parts of the coast of Florida. Approaching Florida as we head into Saturday, it may become a tropical storm. That would be Umberto if it does get a name. It's another slow mover. As we approach the end of Tuesday, it's just off the Georgia-Carolina coast. If it gets near us, it'd be at the very end of next week, Friday into Saturday. A lot of time to watch and see what happens with that one. But in the meantime, pretty mild forecast, 70s for pretty much all of next week, maybe some 80s toward the end of it. David and Paula, back to you.
Good looking 7-day. Eric, thank you.